to record their vote.
Fair.
Brian?
Still gotta go. That's the second.
I know
I don't
what
think
it
that's how it works.
We know how he's gonna vote.
is. You can't vote for number one, but you can vote for number three.
You can't tell me how to vote.
I'm talking to Brian.
No, you just said that everybody needed to vote yes, so it goes to the whole board.
I'm saying that I would advocate, if you heard me, advocate that you vote yes, because it allows the full board to consider it as opposed to just the finance committee.
Nice guy.
And so you need to, no, you're not eligible anyway,
know.
but I would say, you know, Brian, I'll leave it up to your conscience if you want to vote for the evaluation of the Board of Managers, since you sit on the Board of Managers. I know what your position is already, so you've already stated that.
Yeah.
Lisa, we good?
I got the mute problem.
You guys up? Okay, so you got it?
He said, worse than that, let me set it up. My first I always been spitting this.
Supervisor Knight, you still there? Oh,
Yes, I am still here.
okay.
Okay.
All right, so the first resolution. Dan, why don't you state this for the record?
That the,
This?
we've changed a couple words there, Cheryl.
Okay.
It's to authorize the board to establish an independent, what did I say in there?
Evaluation.
In
Non-invasive
evaluation
evaluation.
into the operation of the Board of Managers. That's sufficient?
So to authorize an independent evaluation,
Independent, yes.
establishment appoint a special committee of the board of supervisors to authorize an independent.
Yeah.
evaluation.
Not a special committee of the board of the supervisor. It's going to be an independent.
And the conduct and actions of the board of managers of Wayne County Community, and stays the same.
Then 25,000, that didn't change.
That's number two, that stays the same, okay.
Well, 1 and 2 are hung together, right?
All right, so has everybody heard the motion?
I want to hear it again.
Okay,
This is establish and appoint a special committee of the board of supervisors to authorize an independent evaluation in the conduct and actions of the board of managers of Wyoming County Community Hospital, WCCHS, and of the recent operations and activities at WCCHS. That's number one.
That doesn't really hit on what Doug had talked about. Doing a complete evaluation of the hospital. That's back talking about the board of managers. I think we all agreed was, what Doug was saying was an evaluation of the whole operation.
Analysis of the entire operation of Wyoming County Community Health System.
That'll work.
To hire an outside consultant to do that.
I fully agree with that.
Then we know where we are.
All right.
do we want to do that before the new CEO comes in, or?
I think we want to do this.
Yeah.
Possible.
I think
Yeah.
do it.
think you can
Fine.
I would agree to amend the resolution to what
Things were a lot more.
Doug just said.
Then it doesn't look like we're going after.
Independent evaluation of
We're
the
going after-
hospital
We're going to all about.
as opposed to the Board of Managers.
That sounds better.
I do.
You got it?
Yeah, hang on.
Well,
So we do an independent study of the hospital, and this doesn't include the board of managers.
No, we're going
It's the
to
whole operation.
the whole operation.
You ready? Establish and appoint a special committee of the Board of Supervisors to authorize a complete analysis on entire WCCH operation.
No, it's not the board of supervisors. We're
It
gonna
wouldn't
be
be a special
independent.
committee, it would just be, we would hire an independent. The whole board would hire an independent
Right.
person.
You got that?
Oh, you hire a firm.
Right.
Scratch that whole first block.
Somebody really knows.
Right.
Authorize a complete analysis of the entire WCCH operation. That's what I.
Most of them.
Then we get the
Complete the land.
CEO to
Yes.
hire somebody to help them out.
Try to figure out.
And they have day-to-day operation.
Yeah, that's,
Well, I think that works with independent.
that works,
Cheryl, you can pretty it up
that works with independent.
after.
Yeah, I've got the words independent, I've got authorized, I've got analysis of the entire WCCH.
You can pretty it
operation.
up. You know what to do.
That, I think that should was when you come the new CEO.
No, I don't think you want
That does seem a little.
somebody to be blindsided. I really don't.
Well, maybe they should work as a group. I mean, that's a whole lot to do on your first
That's
day out of the gate there.
Yeah, and then
Because the CEO could hire an independent.
he's not gonna be onboarded for another 2 months.
And are we gonna talk just about the financial, or are we gonna talk about how all the CNAs work and the skilled nursing facilities?
Absolutely.
The entire.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think you make a bullet list of high priorities.
Just an assessment,
Move them
yeah.
Keep
down.
it wide open.
There's definitely no cost more than 25,000.
Have somebody come in and do it all, and you can't leave any part of it out.
That way the public knows that we're doing
Right,
something.
well, at least we can say to them, look,
We can,
we want this to move forward, so to
Right.
make sure we have a roadmap to move forward with, we're having an independent consultant come in and help guide us to keep us moving forward, because you're talking about
Hearing it.
people being unsure of their future as a position and it's with a job. We want to say,
We hear
we
you.
hear you and we're moving forward.
Yeah.
This is what we want to do to continue to be sustainable for your healthcare.
Yeah.
And I would encourage a new CEO to try not to change providers as much as we have in the last 2 years. I think that's just as detrimental to us
Mhm.
as anything else, when you're not sure who you're going to see next time you come into an office. You know, I get calls from people. Totally make my words. Just what a trip. Some all inclusive.
And I don't.
All I have to do is sit through a 7-hour timeshare.
Yeah, that's great.
No, oh, well, got kind of.
I don't disagree.
Almost.
I do cardiac rehab and treating.
I'm living on. Account.
3.5 hours later.
Okay. I'm kind of glad.
This one.
Yeah.
Everybody, here's the resolution.
Authorize a complete and independent review of the entire WCCH operation, including but not limited to use of agency nurses.
I don't think we want that.
Why do we need that?
Yeah.
Want that in
Take that out.
That's too specific. That's not.
I thought we were just looking at the financials.
I would put something in there to ensure stability for the future or something along that.
My Lanta.
that line.
That sounds good. I agree with that.
Something that's why we're doing it.
Right.
To ensure future stability.
Of our health system or whatever.
Healthcare system.
Whatever you feel.
That look like.
What was the last part? One more time.
From on paper, authorize a complete and independent review of the entire WCCH operation to ensure future stability of the
healthcare system in the community.
County healthcare system.
Just CCH.
Healthcare system. Is that where we're gonna head?
I think that sounds good.
Authorize a complete and independent review of the entire WCCH operation to ensure future stability of the healthcare system.
For a cost of $25,000.
Yeah.
Is that the motion you want to put on the floor then?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
The concept of it is great, it's just how we got to that. And it's not gonna happen for 25 grand.
No,
No, probably
It's gonna
not.
be 150, 200.
I don't think it'll cost.
Come
that
back
much.
for more money.
If we're losing $1 million a month,
Yeah.
100 isn't a big.
Again, we're bringing back $1 million from DSS.
Certified.
I'm gonna spend that million 7 times.
Is that your motion? All right.
Supervisor Wilbur.
When does this send to the board meeting? For a vote?
For, yes,
So is one gonna be,
yes. There's only one here by the members of the finance committee to send it to full.
Because not everybody can.
So we're gonna do a resolution to the full board, I got
That's different than if we vote, right? Because if we vote now and if you just have one no vote, then it goes out as a separate.
So if you vote on this now, in my mind, because it's not a contract, right, it's just authorizing, this is an approval, unless you tell me you want a resolution, and then I gotta snazzy it up a little to offer. Unless you want it to be that, and then I can just send it, so it looks like that.
Just moving it to the full board, right?
We're moving it to the full board.
Full board for this, because it would be, right, permission to go out to explore.
Right, because then you would have to bring back an independent consultant contract, and that would be the result of this approval. That's,
So who's going to seek out the independent? If it comes out of finance, do we put that back at the hospital to do that? Or does the,
I
or the clerk?
trust the hospital.
who has no expertise, sure, I'll look for you.
when they have to come back to get the approval for the money.
Right, for the contract, but we have to go find the contract.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that next one, $25,000.
That's,
I'm just-
that's what we get
That's the
started.
motions on the
It's enough to
floor.
get you started.
I'm not writing them, I'm just repeating them.
Right on.
So we have, who's going to do that investigation to find the agency or the outside?
Well,
I can
that's
come
the
to,
question to this
You
resolution.
just got the bid, right?
It's
Well,
not a bid,
Can I make a
right?
suggestion?
yes,
Yes, please.
You have auditors, you have internal independent auditors that you could ask.
We're not-
That know healthcare?
We don't want them to just look at finances though. Correct?
Right.
right.
This needs to be a healthcare, somebody who focuses on healthcare and understands the entire.
Tom Malecki over the years has spoken reasonably intelligently on his thoughts on the hospital.
Is that what we were doing when we brought Don's agency in, or was that
Montague.
a financial review?
Place was hemorrhaging.
Right, but was he brought in to do a complete evaluation or just a financial shoring up?
The reason they were here to begin with is Nick Mazza, who was the retired Livingston County Administrator, went to work for Bonadio as the front man.
Okay,
So he's calling out all his people contacts. So he and another partner come here, and we're talking, they wanted to write a couple of grants. I said, what else is going on? I said, well, we got a hospital that's ready to financially collapse. You know, and he says, we got a guy who works in our operation, our healthcare unit, who specializes in turning around hospitals. Don, like, you know. He came in, we explained what was going on. So I'll take a look. And he was a couple of months doing it.
I thought he was an accountant, he wasn't even at a hospital, he was when he came here.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
He did.
He had just turned around Silver Lake or Silver Creek, Lake Shore Hospital.
Lake Shore.
Before that, he had turned around the hospital that lived in Newfane. He had worked in their healthcare operation for quite a while. They may have, but I wouldn't suggest at all to bring Bonadillo on any cent of it at all.
No.
Get somebody different.
Somebody else.
Well, isn't this new CEO that we're hiring, that's what he does, right?
Yeah, but-
He's gone and he's turned around other hospitals, he's gone and he looked at them, that's what we're hiring
Yeah, but I
to
don't
do.
He's going to be busy enough doing the day-to-day operations.
And I-
He or she,
I would prefer an independent person rather than a guy who's working for us.
they're gonna have,
Because he's
they're
gonna
gonna be
be one side of the
working
story.
hard.
Somebody who's independent and sort out
Hard, right.
the hay from the old from the jab.
hard.
I think it's more transparent.
I'm sure there's probably firms out there that do this sort of thing. We just gotta find them.
Just have to.
Okay, back to my question, who's gonna find them?
Whether it's Farberman or maybe you can ask ECMC, Andy Davis or somebody if they know anyone.
We'll talk about it. We don't,
I'm just wondering who's.
we don't need to decide that right now.
I'm just wondering who's parameters. that
Kind of
fall.
reach
Are we
out.
gonna ask the board of managers to do that, or are we,
We'll
But go out to an RFP.
or we don't?
go in for an RFP,
Professional service, you know.
sure.
Right.
That's true. But you could.
I guess that's just what,
I'm gonna
that's,
spend a lot of-
that's down the road. If we
I was
get
gonna say, what is
approving
the
this, we can move.
The thing.
most efficient way to move forward with it? And I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
Right, I'm
fine.
wondering if we're anticipating the board of managers is doing this.
One step at a time, folks.
Okay.
I don't know when. Whatever, I'm gonna be fine, because I can't.
We also need to determine if this is going as a resolution to forward or just coming out of here.
And go into the,
I thought we wanted it to go to vote on.
The way Becky had it explained, this is like permission to move forward and find an independent consultant.
It's not a resolution.
Once you find someone that fits
I
the
could
bill.
mention it at the board of supervisors meeting, I could mention that, but we're doing that in answer to the public.
Gotta come out of this community first.
That's got that.
They asked for it. The public petitioned for it.
Or this exact statement can be a resolution, no modifications, the exact statement can go to the board like this too.
Okay. For what? For as a resolution?
For the whole board to vote on too.
That's where, that would be my preference.
And even though we don't have a contract with it,
We have a week to.
and we don't have a dollar amount.
It would just be that statement.
Sure.
That's sort of like a problem.
Only ever get a dollar on first, so.
Because then you'd have to find an independent contractor.
Okay.
Then we would know what we're voting on.
Quite frankly, we don't know how much it's gonna cost.
Not until we find out who's gonna
We
do
can
it.
find out who can do it and
That's right.
I wanna know. how
Yeah.
much-
I think
but then you find the person and then you bring it back, right? And
So
then,
you guys are kind of like
Making or weren't.
Right.
we,
talking about some procedural things that we can toss out the window at this point. Because typically what we do is we find the contractor that we need and the departments bring it forward. But this might be a little different. If you feel strongly about the entire board voting on this statement, then we send it for resolution. And it's nothing more that says the entire board is in agreement that we go out and find this person. That's the first step. The next step is finding that person and bringing it back for an approval with a contract and some money.
mhm.
That's gonna make
You don't
it.
want to wait too long.
Well, anyway,
Right.
It's a public statement, and then we go from there. That's my whole take on it.
Okay, so you're gonna.
We're showing the public that we're trying to do something about this whole situation.
So I would say the motion on the floor is to send this entire statement as a resolution to the full board that states authorize a complete and independent review of the entire WCCH operation to ensure future stability of the healthcare system.
Okay, sounds
Yep.
good to me.
I think that now is a separate resolution all by itself
Yes,
on the floor.
yeah,
And
it will be part of the consent agenda, but it will be its own resolution.
Right, it won't be in a package deal with everything
It will
else.
be a package deal in the consent.
Oh, no.
If somebody votes no.
Voted no, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
And it'll be a separate resolution.
yes,
Okay.
okay.
Do it before they change your mind.
Everybody understand what we're asking?
Yes,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
That was that one. She said.
So let's. Opposed?
Nay.
I see just two hands.
We have two of those. I'm,
Don't say.
don't say why, I'm part of the.
So you.
Part of the
Nothing. Review.
No, you're not part of the.
We're not looking at the managers.
Right. And frankly, as a,
Frankly, it's
as
just
a
a
member of the
little
board of
future.
managers, it should be. Yeah, we're all.
If I write on.
Well, just-
No. So how many yeses were there?
Yes,
Ellen,
And there were 7.
I was a yes.
Jerry, yes?
me too.
So we got Ellen, 7,
Yes.
Rick, yeah.
So there's only 10 people that can
There's one
vote.
time, right. So we
So
got
if you
7.
vote no and they vote no, and the other 7 are yes.
Right? All in favor? Well,
Okay, carries.
and just-
Carry.
Got carried.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
It's no one
All
way.
right, do we want to even mess with number 2 until?
What this thing,
Let's, yeah, well, let's,
Okay,
Let's,
got a motion by Supervisor Moore to approve funding for 25, up to 25,000. No.
fine.
Well, we can drop it.
So I can drop it. I mean, do we need to have a dollar figure established
right now.
right now?
No,
Don't give me, I don't know.
no,
I don't know.
No.
not with that last resolution.
No, we don't. All right,
We got
yeah,
a
sure.
week.
We have to do more on that next month.
yeah,
Whenever we get a contract.
whatever.
Somebody has
next week,
Next week.
That's the 25.
yeah. I mean, the 25 grand isn't that important to me, but
All right,
800,000.
withdraw it.
drop it, right?
Sure.
Okay. And third one. Everybody got a copy of this resolution? About the full board joining? Everyone? So I got a motion to approve this. All in favor?
Aye.
See a show of hands here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Opposed? 2, 3, 4, 5. Ellen?
What are you voting on?
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have that.
You read it?
I couldn't hear, there's too many people talking at once.
Sorry.
Hey, I'll read it. Can you hear me?
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Whereas the recent termination of Buffalo Bone and Joints contract with the Wyoming County Community Hospital has resulted in a significant disruption of orthopedic services provided by the hospital and a public outcry within the county of Wyoming. Further, the dismissal of Dr. Paul Mason has created a crisis of confidence in the ability of the WCCA Board of Managers to achieve the strategy and goals set forth by the County Board of Supervisors to provide necessary orthopedic services and has jeopardized the financial status of the hospital for the long term. Dr. Paul Mason has previously provided outstanding surgical services to as many patients on a county and regional basis, and his departure has resulted in additional pain and suffering from those patients awaiting surgeries, lost revenue to the hospital, and has impacted the moral and confidence of both morale and confidence of both WCCH hospital staff and the community at large. Therefore, the Wyoming County Board of Supervisors formally directs the Wyoming County Hospital Board of Managers to extend a new contract offer to Buffalo Bone and Joint and Dr. Paul Mason for a period of 4 years with terms agreeable to both the County of Wyoming and Dr. Paul Mason at the earliest possible convenience.
Okay,
So your vote is yea or nay?
my vote is no.
You vote no.
Okay, so it's Davis, Grant. I know Jacoby was a no,
That was a no.
Hale was a no,
Becker and Ken.
Becker and King are no.
So that's six.
7.
Four.
Oh, no, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So
And Brick, Judy May, Brewer, and Roach move forward for.
4, right?
Right. 6 no. And
Brick, May, Roach, and Laura. James, Grant, Jacoby, Hale, Becker, and King are no.
that's,
Brian, did you have a vote?
I did, I voted no.
Okay.
And
Madam Chairwoman, did you vote?
No, I don't vote unless there's a tie.
so we got Roach, Brewer, May, Brick, are yeses. We got Davis, King, Becker, Jacoby, myself, and Ellen
Sure.
Grant is no.
Sure.
It's the 4 that's defeated. With that, is there anything else? Eric Dunn is my longest board meeting yet. Finance meeting yet.
Yes.
We're adjourned. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, let's go, let's be safe.
Right. That's what I did yesterday.
Do you,
I went out late.
I got used to a laptop.